ഗവർണർ ഇപ്പോൾ മാധ്യമങ്ങളെ കാണാം.
Please.
Yes, sir.
Now you ask the question.
Sir, it is learned that you have denied the approval of the ordinance for the bifurcation of the municipality wards in connection with the panchayat elections.
Okay.
What's
I'm not a rubber stamp. Be clear in your mind. And Constitution does not expect me to be a rubber stamp. I have to apply my mind. I have to take my time. What I have not, the file is with me. I will make up I will take some time to make up my mind what to do about it.
The minister told us that you told minister that the problem is with the ordinance because it is please take up the bill.
No, I have not given any arguments. I have since I would not have talked to you, but if the minister has chosen to speak to you, then I would say I have merely raised certain questions. I want to be satisfied. I don't want to argue. I have raised certain questions because this is something which to my mind these provisions, arrangements, they have a sanctity about themselves. You can't do these things in installments. So I have raised only certain questions, and in any case assembly session is going to be held. So I will take my time to come to the Constitution expects me to apply my mind and to ensure that the process of ordinance is not used for some extraneous purposes.
I think your main concern.
So you are not decided yet on that?
No, I have not. I will have to satisfy myself before I take a decision. So I have raised certain questions. I have raised certain questions about the desirability of having an ordinance at this stage when assembly is going to meet after a few days.
So we would like to know what's the question, because I understand that your primary concern is that that bill should come through the assembly. That's the proper way. That's your main concern.
No, the power to issue ordinance is there, but to my mind, it is not proper for the governor or even for the minister to discuss the questions. Yes, when I come to a conclusion, and then if you ask me the basis of why I have come to the conclusion, then it is my duty to reply to you. But before I have formulated my final view, I start discussing questions that won't be very proper.
Sir, one more thing. If the government press the ordinance once again, then you should have to approve it. Yeah?
How? Why?
Because that's the custom.
No. That's what custom? That is not what Constitution says. I will go. I tell you one thing. I've made it clear to everybody. Nobody. There is a legal magazine which says, "Be you ever so high, the law is above you." I am under the law, and I expect everybody not to feel that they are above the law. I shall ensure that nobody tries to cross the boundaries which have been set by the Constitution and the law. Here, people have this, some people because they feel, recently we have seen a senior leader saying that I appointed somebody in that position because of his ethnicity. The very oath which is prescribed by the Constitution ask me to do good to all manner of people without any ill will or affection. So I consider myself under the law. I am not above the law, and nobody else is above the law. Law will have to be respected. Law will have to be enforced. And clearly I am not a rubber stamp.
In our nation, so many questions, sir.
Sir, sir, we hear that you are in a field that the assembly has one day, 2 weeks back, assembly joined and they passed a resolution on CA. But why you don't join another assembly for such an important issue? I think you are in a field.
What my feelings are, they are not to be discussed. I have told you, not even the questions which I have in my mind, I would like to discuss. When I come to a conclusion, then if you will ask me the basis of how I have come to this conclusion, I will be very happy to share with you.
Sir, one more thing. Now in our nation we are discussing more about the constitutional version. You sir told us that nobody is above the constitution and law.
I am not. I am not. I shall do according to the provisions and the spirit of the Constitution. And I expect everybody else to recognize that nobody is above Constitution and law. Nobody can be allowed to distort the law. Nobody can be allowed to block the law enforcement. This cannot happen.
Sir, can I reach a conclusion that is there any connection with the stand on CAA and your tussle with the government?
No, it is not a tussle. Clearly, even the rules of the assembly provide that legislature shall not discuss any subject which does not come under their constitutional jurisdiction. No, I have no problem if they go to the Supreme Court. Even there I feel that without informing the constitutional head of the state, what they have done is improper. Yet I do not find anything wrong with it.
Yes, sir, that's a major, that's a major concern. Sir, that is a major concern. There is no approval of the government. The ruling head of the
This
government.
is what I am saying. I do not find any fault with their decision to go to the Supreme Court. Just a moment. Why? Because Constitution gives that authority to the Supreme Court. But the courtesy demanded, protocol demanded that they should have informed me first.
Approval of the government.
They should have taken, if not approval, at least they should have kept me informed about it.
Best of your knowledge.
The constitutional head of the state is coming to know through newspapers that you are challenging a law of the parliament.
Yeah, definitely.
You are not law unto yourself. This is absolutely improper. Even then I am saying that like any other person, if you want to challenge the constitutional validity, it is okay. But this is breach of protocol, breach of courtesy, and I will also look whether without the approval of the governor, the state government can go to the Supreme Court. I will have to look into this issue also. But at least if not approval, they could have informed me.
Sir, you made it clear that there is no...
Improper according to you.
What according to how you will describe it? Tell me. I am the constitutional head of the state. And I come to know through newspapers that the government has challenged the constitutional validity. But I am conceding that like any individual can challenge. Okay, you have done it. You have not observed the courtesy. You have not observed the good manners. Okay, fine. But passing a resolution in the assembly, using a constitutional body to denounce an act of another constitutional body, and that comes not under your jurisdiction.
But that's the first time in Kerala Assembly.
This is what I am trying to tell you, that some people think that they are above the law, and this will not be allowed. This cannot happen.
So it's a right of a federal government to challenge or to
Challenge criticism, no problem. Using your own rule book says that the assembly shall not discuss anything which does not come in its jurisdiction.
Sir, then
I will tell you. One argument can be given in favor of the discussion for public instruction.
Yeah.
If it is for public instruction, I concede, then the whole picture should come. The whole picture is, are you going to deny that Mahatma Gandhi had made this promise to the minorities of Pakistan that they will have the right to come to India at any time of their choosing? Are you going to deny that Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru from the ramparts of the Red Fort on 15th August 1947 made this promise to the minorities of Pakistan? He did not say anybody from Pakistan is welcome here. He said those who are in Pakistan. Why he said so? Because our national leadership was conscious that these people who have been left behind in Pakistan, they were fighting for freedom from British rule. But since our national leadership accepted partition, their status after freedom became worse than their status in British India. Do you know, even 2009, 2019, the human rights groups have said that 1,000 plus girls, young girls, were abducted and forcibly forced to change their religion. You read the Vatican news, September 2019, what they are saying. You read the statement of the Chief Justice of Islamabad High Court. He says, why only these young girls change their religion? He's posing this question in the open court. Now these people who flee from Pakistan and Bangladesh to save their lives and honors should be equated with those who are coming looking for economic opportunities. The worst form of inequality is when you treat the unequals as equals.
Sir, so your concern is that as a state, as the head of the state, you should have been informed about the state's...
This is not my concern. My concern is that nobody is above the law. If somebody has this thing in their mind, let them get rid of it.
Sir, shall I ask a last question then?
Yes.
This is the initiative for the submitting a case in the Supreme Court on CAA. That's provoked you to deny the approval of the...
No, not at all. I will decide everything on the basis of individual case merit. Nothing to do with that. There is absolutely no doubt that they have transgressed and they have gone out of their jurisdiction. They have done something which is not permissible under the law.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
ഗവർണർ നിലപാട് വ്യക്തമാക്കുന്നു. പൗരത്വ നിയമ ഭേദഗതിയിലടക്കം സർക്കാർ സ്വീകരിച്ച നിലപാടിനെ ഗവർണർ വിമർശിക്കുകയാണ് ഇപ്പോൾ ചെയ്തിരിക്കുന്നത്. ഇപ്പോഴത്തെ ഓർഡിനൻസുമായി ബന്ധപ്പെട്ട് അത് തൻ്റെ പരിഗണനയിലുണ്ട്. തന്നെ തൃപ്തിപ്പെടുത്തുന്ന തീരുമാനത്തിലേക്ക് എത്തിച്ചേരാൻ കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ടില്ല. അതിന് സമയമെടുക്കുമെന്ന തരത്തിൽ ഗവർണറുടെ പ്രതികരണം പുറത്തു വരുന്നു. സംസ്ഥാനത്ത് ഭരണഘടനാപരമായ തലപ്പത്ത് ഇരിക്കുമ്പോൾ താൻ അറിയേണ്ട ചില കാര്യങ്ങൾ അതേപടി അറിയാത്തതിനെ ഗവർണർ പരസ്യമായി വിമർശിക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. താൻ നിയമത്തിന് അതീതനല്ല, അതുപോലെ തന്നെയാണ് മറ്റുള്ളവരും, നിയമത്തിന് മുകളിലാണ് എന്ന് ആരും ധരിക്കാൻ പാടില്ല എന്നാണ് ഗവർണർ ഇപ്പോൾ വ്യക്തമാക്കിയിരിക്കുന്നത്. പൗരത്വ നിയമ ഭേദഗതിയിൽ സംസ്ഥാനം പ്രമേയം പാസ്സാക്കുന്ന കാര്യം പത്രങ്ങളിലൂടെ അറിഞ്ഞ കാര്യമടക്കം ചൂണ്ടിക്കാണിച്ചുകൊണ്ടാണ് ഭരണഘടനാ തലവനായി സംസ്ഥാനം നിലനിൽക്കുമ്പോൾ ഇത്തരമൊരു സാഹചര്യം ഉണ്ടായ കാര്യം ഗവർണർ ചൂണ്ടിക്കാണിച്ചിരിക്കുന്നത്. അതടക്കമുള്ള വിഷയങ്ങളിൽ കൃത്യമായി തന്നെ സർക്കാർ നിലപാടുകളെ അദ്ദേഹം വിമർശിക്കുന്നു. ഭരണഘടനാപരമായ സ്ഥാനത്താണ് താൻ ഇരിക്കുന്നതെന്ന് അദ്ദേഹം ഓർമ്മിപ്പിക്കുന്നു. ഒപ്പം നിയമത്തിന് അതീതരല്ല ആരുമെന്നുകൂടി വ്യക്തമാക്കുകയും ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട്. ഗവർണർ റബ്ബർ സ്റ്റാമ്പ് അല്ല താൻ എന്നാണ് അദ്ദേഹം പറഞ്ഞത്. ഭരണഘടനാ മൂല്യങ്ങൾക്കനുസരിച്ചായിരിക്കും താൻ തീരുമാനമെടുക്കുക എന്നാണ് അദ്ദേഹം ഇപ്പോൾ വ്യക്തമാക്കിയത്.